Greetings. I thought I'd make a video about what's called the eating garlic effect. And so in other words, whenever a person lies or Hollywood lies or something, it's like eating garlic. There's trails of truth behind it. You can't hide the fact that you've ate garlic. You can hide in a crowd and say, yeah, I smell it too. You know, what's going on? But the truth is exposed in some way. And so in this video, we're going to be taking a look at the Star Wars story about the Outer Rim and how there might be a kernel of truth to that with our Outer Rim as the Antarctic shoreline is how we know it. So in the Star Wars story, there's always somebody wanting to go to the Outer Rim. And I'm going to show you later in this video, if you hang with me till the end, what happens when we go to our Outer Rim and how off limits it is. But anyway, in Star Wars, this is the Cloud City, and it's in the very beginning of the Outer Rim, and there's always somebody wanting to get passage to the Outer Rim, and it's a place where the Empire rule can't hardly reach, and so finds peace in the Outer Rim, but there's always a battle. People are always wanting to get there. It's not an easy place to get to in the Star Wars world, and it makes me wonder, you know, is there a kernel of truth? Like, if you're familiar with the Iron Republic story, and most people aren't, it's a story about the Iron Republic, people who saw that this world where we live has become corrupt, and so they exit out here and they live out here, and they still live there in peace today. And so this is our Outer Rim that we're not allowed to go to, and you'll see here, I'll show you some video clips about that. But the world is much, much bigger than what we're being told, and this red line here I believe represents the path of Mercury and Venus, and I made a 1,000-year-old map discovery video where I talk about Mercury and Venus going through phases like our moon, and we're told that's because they're between us and the sun. And but if Mercury and Venus was between us and the sun, I don't know that you would ever be able to see Mercury and Venus, but I go more in depth on that with some of my other videos. So let's take a look at our Outer Rim. Okay, just some quick photos. Okay, so I'm going to save that for the bonus. But that's our Outer Rim, and I wonder, you know, as you hear these Star Wars stories about the Outer Rim, and it's a place that the Empire can't get to very easily, and so a lot of trade and commerce go on there. It's normally a peaceful place that people under Empire rule are trying to get to, but it's difficult to get there. People are always looking for passage to the Outer Rim. And so, you know, as people tell the story, like now I realize the Star Wars story is all make-believe, absolutely. But it's some kind of perverted version or twisted version of the truth. Every lie has some kind of version to the truth behind it. So I'm going to show you a little clip about the Star Wars story about their Outer Rim, and then I'm going to show you what happens if you or I try to approach our Outer Rim where we live.
By the decline of the old. This systematic rejection of outside rule is perhaps the only value that truly unites the Outer Rim. In the earliest days of the Old Republic, the region was settled by pioneers who sought to escape the civilizing grasp of the core. In subsequent generations, the relationship between the Outer Rim and inner territories was often tense and sometimes violent. With the rise of the Galactic Republic, a combination of booming trade between the regions and the impartial mediation of the Jedi led to one of the most stable eras in the Outer Rim's history.
The turret's turning at us!
Wait, we should hide Adrian in case they think we're trying to kill them.
Oh, fuck! Hide!
I'm just telling our Richard! Oh, hang on, whoa. Shut up. I think so.
What?
I think they are on the radio. I think someone would.
Stop, Josh. They take it seriously.
What did they say?
You got to yield. You can't just fucking. If they think you're going to charge them.
We don't know for sure, but we think they did say something to us.
No, they did. They could.
fault.
I thought I heard.
Say come back last call.
I really want to fucking.
Yeah, fucking talk to him.
Okay.
Oh God, he's
Come
turning.
back
Actually,
last
yeah,
call.
go my camera. Look at.
Turret is turning. Turret is warming up.
On that ship right now, it's like.
He's turning. Stop. He's turning. He is actually turning.
What you said about the ship yesterday?
No, he is turning. Fucking hell, what have we done now?
Maybe it's red.
It's turning, Josh. Just sit still.
He slowed down, has he?
Yeah, he's really slowed down.
Full of sweat. 50 meters down. His fucking sound is fucking destroying everything that we've got going on.
Why the fuck is it turning right at us?
It's coming to us.
He's coming to us.
Big camera.
He's got the shits because
On my port bow. This is Warship Hobart, Warship Hobart, channel 16, over.
1-6.
Yeah, got you, mate.
Bad boys.
Yeah, come back.
gotta go channel 16.
I am. That's 16.
Bad boys, this is Warship Hobart, Warship Hobart, channel 16,
Are you recording
over.
this? Yeah.
Yeah, we've got your warship. Bad boys over. Working? It's working. He heard you. How does he know you're bad?
No, because
Obviously,
we got a
see
big
bad
set of
boys written on the
binoculars
side
out
of the
here.
boat. Come back, warship.
To channel 69, over.
69. Oh shit, we're in trouble. 69. That's like a 6 channel. 69.
This is crazy.
This is unreal.
Come back,
I love
warship.
Bad boys, this is Warship Hobart.
He sounds friendly.
Yeah, it's bad boys. We got you, mate. What's you want? This is fucking my fucking head. I don't like it.
No, it's good. It's all good. We're going to board you.
Oh my god, I'm getting the best photos in the world.
Yeah, well maybe stop. They probably got the shits for that.
Stop filming us, you
Come back,
cunt.
warship.
Good, Lassie. It's international water.
I hope they're not fucking going to check our fucking flares and shit.
No.
Warship Hobart, you are in a maritime exclusion area. Please report your intentions.
Oh, who the fuck's that?
We're heading to the shelf to go.
No, just say we're out fishing. We're heading out fishing. No, we're just heading out fishing.
You are operating recommend you exit the area immediately.
Alright. I don't know what he's on about.
We're going that
We're
way.
just traversing.
Can he not get money? Is there a helicopter coming at us now?
Are we late? I don't know. What
Just
is the
travel,
positions
just
on
go.
here?
Just go.
He sent out the chopper.
That's a drone.
Is it? That's unreal. Oh my god, look at them all. They're all looking at us.
Also, one of the most mysterious places on Earth. It's as unique as it is secretive, and unlike most destinations, you can't just hop off a commercial flight. Unless you're an elite scientist or an emperor penguin, exploring the Antarctic is forbidden. Even if you could, good luck overcoming frostbite-inducing temperatures of -130 degrees Fahrenheit or -90 degrees Celsius. But why is it restricted? And where did these rules come from? Grab your mittens and let's find out. Before the mid-1900s, we knew almost nothing about Antarctica. Then, an American Navy explorer by the name of Admiral Richard Byrd Jr. changed everything. In 57 and 58, a bunch of countries came together and were like, you know what, we love what this new research is showing and we need to protect Antarctica. So, the Antarctica Treaty was created. What does that mean exactly? Well, it means that smarty-pants scientists in lab coats can venture into the icy abyss for research purposes. For the rest of us, there are exceptions, of course. We can, for example, head to the Antarctic waters on a cruise ship. Can we set foot on the land as well? Technically, yes. There are a few landing spots along the peninsula, but compared to the entire continent's mass, it isn't even a sliver. The treaty also stated that no single nation could own Antarctica. It's divided up into partial ownership for these 7 countries. Here, check it out. So we know we're not allowed to wander around the frostbitten land of Antarctica, but why exactly is that? First and foremost, it's for the protection of the environment. It makes sense, too. The world's southern tip is a place overflowing with biodiversity. There's endemic species, underground mountains. Yeah, you heard that right. Blood-red waterfalls, and even gold-spewing volcanoes. But as much as we do want to keep our beloved environment thriving, we've also been banned for our own safety. Temperatures can drop to a whopping negative 130 degrees Fahrenheit. That's negative 90 Celsius.
I must say that Admiral Byrd, our guest tonight, is not only our greatest living explorer, but he's been an inspiration to countless Americans. Admiral Byrd, you've been to both the North Pole and the South Pole. Is there any unexplored land left on this Earth that might appeal to adventurous young Americans?
Yes, there is. And not up around the North Pole, because it's getting crowded up there now, because they find out it's really usable, not only to live in, but militarily. But strangely enough, there's left in the world today an area as big as the United States that's never been seen by a human being. And that's beyond the pole on the other side of the South Pole from Middle America. And I think it's quite astonishing that there should be an area as big as that unexplored.
Okay, so I'm just asking all of you to look at this critically. Look at these images from NASA. Look at the US of A, 2002 to 2012. I'm just asking you to look at this critically. I know at one time I thought these were real images as well. It's hard to get over, I know, but please don't be comforted by a lie. This right here, in my opinion, do your own research, but this is our cage that we're kept in. There is a ton more land, but this is our cage where we are kept, and people will defend it, that this is all that there is. There is a lot more than this. Look at these images. This is not true. Okay, I've got a whole video on this 1972 image, how the rest of the land does not fit back here behind. You can't have Australia and New York in darkness at the same time when this photo was supposedly taken on halfway to the moon. Okay, this is not real images. I'm just asking you to look at this with an open mind. This is the cage that we're kept in. Star Wars The Force Awakens came out in 2015, and in late 2014 and 2015 people are starting to wake up to the idea of flat Earth, and maybe the governments of the world are hiding more information, hiding more land. This really didn't go on a whole lot until 2014, 2015, and when I was watching The Force Awakens, I myself was starting to wake up to these ideas too, and I thought, I wonder if this is that eating garlic effect. This is The Force Awakens represents the flat Earth movement, the fact that the world is ran by lunatics. People are starting to wake up to this idea finally, and I just wondered if that reflected this lie, this story that's just entertainment. Unfortunately, people think it's more than that, but it's just entertainment. Wondered if this was reflecting the truth, as lies often do. Also, as a bonus, if you go back and look at the video again, please notice this fisheye lensing effect. It's a real thing. It really does happen. So this is fisheye lensing. Everybody would agree. It's not the curve of the Earth. Okay, this is fisheye lensing. I saw actual news reports where they said that with the Felix Baumgarten Red Bull jump, they could see the curve of the Earth. That's only true if New Mexico takes up 2/3 of the Earth, because this is not planet New Mexico. So this is fisheye lensing, International Space Station. This is fisheye lensing, just the same as this and this. That is all fisheye lensing. Thanks.